The only light in your bedroom is the cold blue glow from your phone screen. It is 11:30 at night, and outside your window, a bike drives by slowly. Inside, the air conditioner makes a low, quiet hum. You are 25 years old, looking at your bank app, and you realize you have an extra 15,000 rupees this month. You could easily buy that heavy metal branded smartwatch you held in the bright, clean mall yesterday. You could buy those expensive sneakers that make a sharp sound when you walk, guaranteeing that if you wear them, people will see you tomorrow, nod, and think, he is moving fast in life. But you don't. You take a slow breath, press a button on the glass screen, and you send that 15,000 rupees away into an investment account through a monthly SIP. The screen loads, the money disappears, and nobody claps for you. The dark room does not change, and you do not feel like a winner. You just traded 5 whole days of hard work at your job, and you have absolutely nothing physical to hold in your hands. The next morning, you wait at the metro station, and the morning wind is cold. Your friend Rahul pulls up to the red light. He's driving a brand new car, the paint is shiny, and you can smell the fresh leather through his open window. Rahul smiles a big, proud smile because he bought the car yesterday on an EMI. He's also wearing the heavy watch you were looking at last night. You look down at your phone, open your investment app, and all you have is a boring line and a number. You cannot wear the number, and you cannot drive a line chart. The light turns green, Rahul drives away, and the sound of his new engine fades down the street. You stand alone in the cold, a quiet, heavy feeling settling deep in your chest, and you ask yourself, am I a fool? You just chose to be broke today for a tomorrow you cannot even see. This is how the real game of wealth building begins, and the game is painfully slow. Month after month, you keep making that same invisible choice. You stand at that same cold bus stop or metro station. You turn 26, then 27, then 28. You watch your friends get a new phone and then another new car, but you just keep pressing that button on your screen. Over 36 months, you send 5.4 lakhs of your own hard work into the dark. Then one night, the math finally breaks you. You are sitting at your small dining table, the refrigerator is making a low, tired buzz, and you open the app to see that the market is bleeding quietly. You look at the number, your 5.4 lakhs has dropped to 4.9 lakhs. You lost 50,000 rupees. But it is not the 50,000 rupees that hurts you the most. You open the calculator on your phone and you do the dark math. You make about 1,500 rupees a day at your job. That means you gave up hundreds of full days of your life for this money. Half a year of waking up early in the cold, half a year of sitting in traffic, half a year of dealing with a boss who does not care about you. You traded half a year of your life to sit in a quiet kitchen with less money than you started with. You open Instagram and Rahul is in Bali. He's holding a glass of a fancy drink on a balcony. You know he put the trip on a credit card and you know he's in debt, but in the photo, he's smiling and he's living right now. You are waiting for a tomorrow that feels like a lie. A quiet, heavy voice in your head tells you to stop, whispering, take the money out, go to Bali, buy the car, join them. Your thumb hovers over the sell button, your chest feels tight, and you're so tired of waiting. But your thumb slowly moves away. You close the app, put the phone face down on the table, and you sit in the dark and close your eyes. You don't sell, but you don't feel smart either. You just feel completely alone. And you stay alone for a long time. The years bleed into each other. You turn 29, then 30, then 31. Pressing that button on your screen just becomes an automated habit, and you don't even look at the number anymore. Now you are 32. It's a bright Sunday afternoon, and you're driving to Rahul's new house. Your old car makes a sad rattling sound when you stop at the red light. You pull into his driveway in a massive society and park next to two brand new SUVs. His flat is huge and it has a big heavy wooden door. Rahul opens the door and he smiles, but he looks very tired, with dark circles under his eyes. You walk inside and the house echoes when you talk because there is almost no furniture. Rahul makes a joke about how the bank actually owns everything, and he laughs, but his eyes do not laugh. You can feel it, the heavy air in the house. He's trapped. He has to work for the next 30 years just to keep that heavy wooden door. You walk into his expensive bathroom and lock the door, and the room is perfectly quiet. You look in the large mirror, wearing a cheap plain shirt. You pull your phone out of your pocket and you open the app, and the number is different now. The dark math finally started to work and the money started making its own money. The number on the screen is 20 lakh rupees. You're holding 20 lakh rupees in the palm of your hand inside a dark piece of glass. You don't have a big house and you don't have a new car, but standing in Rahul's perfect bathroom, you realize something strange. You do not want his life anymore. He looks rich, but he's a prisoner to his bills. You look broke, but you are slowly buying your freedom. But you cannot tell him, and you cannot show anyone the number. You wash your hands, put the phone back in your pocket, and walk out. You sit on his couch and smile, sitting in the same room as your friend, but realizing you are now living in completely different worlds. The invisible wall is built, and behind that wall, time moves very quietly. You are 38 now. It's a Tuesday afternoon. Outside the office, it's raining hard, and the water hits the big glass windows. Inside, the white lights on the ceiling are too bright, making a low, tired buzzing sound. You are sitting in your grey office chair, and the coffee in your paper cup is cold. At the desk next to you, two co-workers are talking and laughing loudly. They are talking about a wild trip they took 10 years ago, about a crazy night by a big pool, expensive drinks, and driving fast cars. You sit still and listen to them. You try to search your own mind for a memory like that, but you don't have one. You look down at your shirt, noticing the color on the collar is a little faded, and you look at your old shoes. For your entire youth, every time someone said, "Let's go," your answer was always, "No, I can't." While they were out building loud, colorful memories, you were just sitting in the dark, pressing a button on your screen. A heavy, hollow feeling sinks deep in your stomach. You ask yourself a terrifying question. Did I miss my own life? Suddenly the laughing stops. One of the co-workers answers his phone, his face drops, and he turns away and speaks in a fast, nervous whisper. It's the bank, and he's asking them for just a little more time to pay a credit card bill. His hands are shaking, and he looks completely terrified. You look away from him and slowly pull your phone out of your pocket. You open your app, and the number is waiting for you. 50 lakh rupees. You open the calculator on your phone, and you do the math. The stock market grows by 12% a year. 12% of 50 lakhs is 6 lakh rupees a year. You divide that by 12 months, which is 50,000 rupees. You stare at that number and blink. Every single month, you wake up early and put your own sweat into the account. But now, without you doing anything, your invisible money is creating 50,000 rupees completely on its own. Your money is now working much harder than you are. You look back at the co-worker on the phone. He had a beautiful, fun time a decade ago, but today he's a prisoner. He cannot leave this grey chair. He's trapped by his past. You feel a strange shift in your chest, and the hollow feeling goes away. You missed the pool parties, you missed the shiny cars, you wore faded shirts, but looking at the calculator, you finally understand what you were actually buying all those years. You were buying the key to the door. You put the phone back in your pocket and take a sip of the cold coffee. For the first time in your life, you realize the cage is unlocked. You can walk out whenever you want, and knowing that the door is open changes how you walk through the world. 7 more years pass and you are 45.
You are not sitting at the grey desk anymore. You are in a large, bright boardroom. The heavy glass table is cold, the air conditioning is running on high, and the room is very quiet. But it is a bad kind of quiet. You can almost smell the panic in the air. The company is losing money and people are losing their jobs today. The man sitting next to you is clicking his pen, his hand shaking, and a drop of sweat is slowly moving down his face. He is terrified. Every person at this table is terrified. They make good money, but they have giant home loan mortgages, expensive cars on loan, and huge credit card bills. If they lose this job today, they will lose their entire lives in 30 days because they are trapped in a very expensive prison. But you are not terrified. You lean back in your chair, your heart beating slowly and calmly. You do not need to pull out your phone to check your app or do any math. You already know the number as it is burned into your mind. 1.5 crore rupees. The door opens and the boss walks in. He looks angry and stressed, looking around the table trying to push his stress onto someone. He looks right at you and tells you that you must cancel your plans for the weekend. He tells you to come into the cold office on Saturday and Sunday to fix a massive problem that you did not create. He speaks loudly, expecting you to look down at the table and say yes sir, just like everyone else. He expects your fear. The room goes completely silent. The man next to you stops clicking his pen and everyone looks at you feeling sorry for you. You look at the angry boss, but you do not get angry back. Your face does not change and you do not raise your voice. You just look him directly in the eyes and say one single word. No. The boss freezes and blinks. He does not know what to do because you cannot control a man who is not afraid. The people at the table stare at you in total shock, thinking you are crazy. But you are not crazy. You are just free. At 25, you thought money was for buying shiny things, but sitting in this cold room at 45, you finally understand the truth. The greatest thing money can buy is a wall between you and the things you do not want to do. You didn't buy a car back then, you bought your own voice, and that voice only gets quieter and stronger as the years go by. You are 52 years old now. It's a Wednesday morning and it's 10 a.m. You are sitting at a small table outside a quiet local cafe. The morning sun is warm on your face and the air smells like freshly roasted filter coffee. You are wearing a plain soft cotton shirt. You take a slow sip from your white cup. On a Wednesday at 10 a.m., the rest of the world is locked inside tall glass buildings, sitting under bright white lights, taking orders and worrying about the end of the month. But you are just sitting here, watching the cars drive by. Your phone is in your pocket, but you do not need to look at the app today. You already know what the invisible machine has done. The number finally crossed your ultimate milestone. You are completely financially free, but there are no fireworks and no big party. Suddenly, a very loud noise breaks the quiet morning. A bright red sports car pulls up to the coffee shop. The engine roars, the door opens, and a young boy steps out. He's exactly 25 years old. He's wearing expensive shoes and has a shiny heavy metal watch on his wrist. He walks slowly towards the door, looking around the street to see if people are watching him. He wants everyone to know that he's a winner. You look at the heavy watch on his wrist and you remember being 25. You remember standing in the cold wind at the metro station, feeling like a fool because you chose the invisible path. But looking at the young boy now, you do not feel any jealousy. You feel a strange kind of pity. The boy thinks he just bought respect, but you know the dark math. You know he did not buy a car, he just sold his best years to a bank to buy a beautiful shiny cage with wheels. The boy walks right past your table and he does not even look at you. To him, you are just an old man in a cheap shirt drinking coffee. You are completely invisible to him. You smile, lean back in your chair and take another sip of your coffee. The boy has the shiny car, but you have the Wednesday morning. You finally understand the biggest secret in the world. Rich is loud, wealth is silent.